Have you ever wondered why, no matter how much hard you work, no matter how much money you make, you always feel broke? I know you would say that you don't earn enough money, that your income is responsible for why you feel the way you feel on a monthly basis. How about if I tell you that aside your income, there are some habits that are keeping you stuck? There are some habits that kept you in this financial situation that you are for a very long time. Today, we're going to be discussing some of these habits and how you can break free from them. Hi, my name is Ogojiko Kolocha. I'm a personal finance evangelist, and on this YouTube channel, I talk about money, investing, business, personal finance, and everything that pertains to how best you can use the income you earn today to create transgenerational wealth. If you just found this YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button, and I assure you that every minute you spend on this channel will not be in vain. Number one reason why you're always feeling broke: living above your means. Take for example, you earn 300k on a monthly basis, but you spend above 300,000 naira on your living expenses. Of course, you would say that the money you earn is not enough to meet up with your bills. But same you spend money on items you do not need. Every month, you're on Instagram looking for the latest bag to buy or gadgets to buy. Every week, you eat out, you go partying with your friends. You do a lot of stuff on a regular basis that your salary or the income you earn today cannot sustain. So what you need to do is to learn how to delay immediate gratification. That's your dream lifestyle. That's budget kind of living that you love. You have to wait until you earn enough money to meet up with that lifestyle. So stop thinking about changing your vehicle, changing your house, or changing your bag, or changing your phone because your friends have done that. You do not know how much they earn. So do not get tempted to want to follow their paths because it's nice to see. 2, not budgeting and not tracking your expenses. See, no matter how much you earn, except you are a multimillionaire, you always struggle with your money. Budgeting helps you to plan your money even before you receive the income or the money to start spending it. If you do not budget, you will not be able to determine how much to spend on rent, how much to spend on electricity, how much to spend on transport, and so on. You will just be spending based on how much you see in your accounts. And it's the same reason why when your family and friends call you for financial support, you're not able to say no, because the money in your bank account has no plan. You just send it to them because of the kind of story that they tell you. But when you budget, you are going to be able to tell the money how it should be spent without your feelings. Take for example, you earn 500k on a monthly basis. You can dedicate 50 to 60% for your living expenses, which is rent, electricity, internet, transportation, food, and everything that is essential for keeping you alive. Then you can allocate 20% or 30% for savings and investments. Now, regardless of how that month turns out to be, you ensure that you save 20% or 30% of that income. If 500k would be 100k or 150k, depending on the percentage you choose to save. In fact, it's recommendable that as soon as you earn that income, you deduct that percentage and put into a dedicated account for your future. Because sometimes if you try to save after spending, you have nothing to save. Then you can allocate 10% to 20% for your wants. Your wants include your immediate gratification, those things you like to have, then black tax, charity, religious givings, and so on. If you exhaust your wants budget for the month and you get financial requests from family and friends, tell them to come next month. That is the only way you can be able to manage your finances effectively and, of course, attain financial independence. Number 3, your money mindset. How you think about money affects how you handle money. As I often say, you can never outdo your mindset. As a man thinketh, so he is. The actions you take with money or around money is a function of your mental framework. So you're likely struggling today because of how your mind has been programmed over time. Some of us do not believe that riches come from hard work or diligence. We think that riches is given by God and based on who he likes. Some people think that riches is a function of chance, that no matter how hard you work, if you're not lucky, you're not going to get rich. It's the same reason why a lot of people get into Ponzi schemes. Now, Ponzi schemes looks like a faster way to get riches because people do not like to go through process. Somebody with the right mindset knows that making money has to go through a process that is predictable. When you have a mindset that is skewed to the left, you find yourself chasing get rich quick opportunities. In fact, you find yourself that when you start a process that is actually legitimate, you'll be impatient to follow it through to the end. It's the reason why some persons have learned a digital skill and they're not able to use it to earn any money, and they have abandoned it and they're looking for another digital skill to learn so that they can make money as they have been promised. Now, if you have a Ponzi mentality, you'll be jumping from one skill to another, from one business to another, because you're trying to get rich quickly. But if you have a very strong mindset that is built to the foundation of financial freedom, that talks about hard work, that talks about strategy, that talks about following through with process, you know that today that you started is not the day that you also blow. That you would have to spend some time, maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, as you put in more effort, as you improve on your skill, as you improve on your marketing, you improve on your strategy, you improve on what it is that you do to make money on a monthly basis or on a yearly basis. Over time, your income would grow. So a Ponzi mentality most times is driven by impatience, ignorance, lack of education, lack of financial sense. These are the things that you need to change if you actually want to change your financial situation. Number 4, lack of focus. This also relates to number 3. Because of the kind of mindset that you have, you are unable to focus on one thing per time. In fact, you have been told that multiple streams of income is how to get rich. So you are anywhere belly face. If they say it is content writing that is how to make money, you're there. You say video creation, you're there. They say digital marketing, you're there. They say making hair, you're there. They say drop shipping, you're there. You are virtually everywhere. So you are now a jack of multiple trades and master of none. See, if you actually want to elevate your current financial status, you have to become a master of one thing. Now, it's the experts that earn the most money in a certain field. Think about the people that are called professionals, professional engineers, professional accountants, professional doctors, or experienced doctors, whatever it is that they call them. It is because they have done that thing repeatedly over a period of time. See, it is the repetition of a particular craft or a particular skill that helps you to become a master in it. But if you are trying to juggle multiple things at the same time, you will not be able to repeat a certain process or a certain skill that will make you good. That is the reason why you're not good at anything, right? So you're mediocre in almost everything. People are not able to pay you more money because you're not able to create a higher value. So what you need to do today is to evaluate all of the things that you spend your time on a monthly basis or on a daily basis just because you want to make money. Decide to leave some of them, no matter how gifted you are in those areas. Choose one or choose two as a maximum and give it your maximum time. See, it is maximum efforts that will turn out maximum results, not mediocre efforts. No matter how multi-skilled you are or multi-talented you are, you only have 24 hours in a day. So if you do not dedicate your time appropriately to the area that will give you a higher return over time, you'll find yourself spreading yourself too thin, and yet you keep going by and you're going to struggle with attaining financial goals. The last but not the least is not having a financial plan. Guys, if you do not plan your life, other people will plan it for you. A lot of people have run away from the country, not because it was actually part of their financial plan. It's because they saw their friends, they saw their colleagues, they saw their relatives jackpotting, and they thought that that was the next best thing to do. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with, leaving the country to go to seek greener pastures there. But there's something wrong when it's not part of your financial plan. In Nigeria, yes, some people are going to excel. Over there, some people are going to excel as well. So determine how you want to live your life. Do not let other people dictate to you because they're not the one living your life for you. So sit back. You can do that this weekend and evaluate your financial plan. Think in years. Think about where you're going to be in the next 5 years, what you're going to be doing. That skill that you are learning today, Is it going to be of any profiting to you in the next 5 years? That business you're doing today, is it going to be of any profiting for you in the next 5 years? That career you're chasing, that job, is it going to be of any benefit to you in the next 5 years? Now, this is what thinking ahead is going to do for you. It will help you allocate your time appropriately. Some of us are pursuing paths to make money that are not sustainable. Maybe in the next 2 years, 3 years, they will be out of fashion. And then we'll find ourselves back into the broke status or even poorer than we are today. So what you need to do is to think ahead. Imagine Joseph, right? He could foretell or forecast that Egypt was going to go into 7 years of famine. And he prepared ahead. Some of us that have had to run away from Nigeria today, it's not because we didn't earn enough before the country became as bad as it is today. It's because we couldn't see ahead. So as we're earning, we're spending as fast as the money was coming in. So what you need to do now is to think ahead of your future. What is it that I'm doing today that is relevant in the next 5 years of my life? What is it that I'm doing today that is relevant in the next 10 years of my life? What is it that I'm doing today that will help me to attain financial stability in the next 5 years, in the next 15 years? Guys, 5 years time is not far. Before you know it, it's 2027. Before you know it, it's 2030. Stop thinking like poor people. Poor people only think about tomorrow. In fact, most times they don't even think about tomorrow. They only think about what they're going to eat in the night and sleep and wake up the following day without having a plan. If you do not have a plan for your life can never be ordered. If you do not have a plan for your life, you would also not be able to spend your money efficiently. See, not having a plan is planning to fail. Goals that you set for the year or for the next 5 years, you need to draw out an actionable plan, because goals without actionable plan are nothing but mere wishes. So I do not want this for you, and I hope that these habits that are limiting you today, you put them away and start pursuing financial education. You start looking for opportunities to transform your mindset. You can start with reading books on personal finance, books on financial education, because Rome was not built in a day. It took you 10 years, 15 years to frame the mindset that you have today. So also it's going to take you some time to change the mindset. So don't think that because you have watched this video today, you will suddenly start doing better with your money. No, you need to keep on watching videos like this, and in a couple of months, a couple of years, you would see that you become a financial titan. Once again, thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button, and see you another time.